What is going on, everybody? I want to talk about the correction, and I'm very happy that we're having a correction, and maybe it'll turn into a crash. I want to talk about that. I want to talk about how just me personally, ignored social media Yieldmax haters and Yieldmax lovers, and because I did that, I was able to maneuver my account in a way that benefits my family. I want to get into it. This is Mike, the tactical stock scalper. All right, baby. I think I juiced Yieldmax last summer and fall and winter for pretty much everything I could get out of it. And despite, okay, all the hate for Yieldmax funds last year, the whole year, winter, last winter, spring, summer, fall, and into the winter. They performed, at least the ones I had, performed really well by and large. There's some that didn't, but the majority of the ones I held performed rather well. And in the video I'm going to link in the comments, it was 6 months ago in September, talking about selling out of Yieldmax funds, and how I was maneuvering for this correction and crash that we're in right now. But because I ignored the haters, the Yieldmax haters, right, during the last year, I was able to collect a lot of dividends that were over my cost basis because I would pull them all. And then I would sell Yieldmax funds as they got above my cost basis over time, plus the dividends I received, and I put it all in cash. I put it all in a high yield savings account and just let it grow and grow and grow, preparing for what we're going through now. So I wasn't seeing all the Yieldmax hate. It didn't refer to me because the funds were doing great. But once I started selling off Yieldmax in September of last year, piece by piece by piece, and keeping all the dividends through the winter, I started getting a lot of hate from a certain Yieldmax community that didn't like me selling off my funds, right, for whatever reason, my account, and they didn't like that. So what I learned is that I don't listen to nobody, to be completely honest with you. And I didn't listen to Yieldmax haters, thank God I didn't. And I didn't listen to the over-the-top Yieldmax lovers, thank God I didn't. And was able to maneuver. And you'll see in that video what I was talking about. And I made many more past that point. But, so currently for Yieldmax, I hold Nvidia, which will be paid off here in the next 2 to 3 months. Love it. No problem. All those dividends are going to be profit month over month, even though they will most likely decrease as time goes on. It's great. It's wonderful. No problem there. SQY, totally free position, made from trading profits. No problem there. AMZ is my only one, but I'm going to hold it. I'm about 60% ROI on that. I'm going to hold it. And I haven't been putting any of my own money into Yieldmax for months, maybe even 6 months or so, just letting them work and do their thing. So yes, I'm down on AMZ, and yes, I'm down on SQY and Nvidia, but when SQY or when Nvidia gets paid off, I don't care. In 2 to 3 months, it's going to be irrelevant. But because of Yieldmax, and because we knew a correction or crash was imminent at some point, I was able to take that cash I saved up for months, and now, at least the last month or so, been able to finally deploy that cash that I've been sitting on and having a very small interest rate in it, building it up, and now I can finally utilize it. So a week or two ago, I bought SPY. I bought some more the other day, so now I have 2 buy-ins to SPY, which is great. Fantastic. I was able to get JEPQ. I'm going to buy some more of that on Monday. I also own XDTE to a smaller degree, XDTE and QDTE. I'm going to kind of see how they go. I'm not sold on those yet 100%, nor am I down on them like they're not going to work. I want to see how they recover, when, not if, the market recovers. Okay. This is a great opportunity for people to buy funds. And yes, why do I say that when I have no idea what the future holds? And let me just tell you my thinking. We could start ripping. This could be the bottom. I doubt it, but I don't know. But whatever. It could be, right? Who knows what's going to happen in the future? This could be near the bottom. And so if you miss these opportunities and it takes off without you, when the reversal happens, you'll be buying higher and higher and higher. So I don't want these opportunities to pass me by personally. So I'm just going in slowly at levels on the chart, on the SPY chart for XDTE and SPY-I, and on the NASDAQ chart for JEPQ and QDTE. That's it. Just buying slowly at levels. So if we do drop for a year or longer, it's no big deal. Just wait till EMA gets hit on a weekly or monthly chart. Buy in there. Wait for the next EMA. Now, it may never get as low as some of the EMAs that you'll see in those charts, but that's okay. I would rather, just me personally, be more defensive minded while we're dropping. I could be early buying all this stuff, just like I was early starting to sell positions in Yieldmax in September when the actual correction didn't happen until February, right? But better to be early than late for me in my situation in both cases. Now, I will possibly sell JEPQ once it gets above my cost basis and move that to QQQI. I kind of like that one better. I'm going to do some more research on them both. Look at total returns. I want to see how each one recovers when we start moving up. Because the whole goal for me in semi-retirement here is share price appreciation and dividends. I need to be able to pull, as much as I can. And in order to do so, I want it above my cost basis. So that's why it's important. And I do think SPY-I and JEPQ and QQQI will allow that to happen as long as I average down at levels on the chart, be patient, don't let emotion get to me, and no matter how much the market drops, realize for me, this is a time for celebration and great opportunity. Now, the only way I'm ever going to buy Yieldmax again is when I lump sum into something like Phoebe or Nestle, maybe, when I think we're close to a bottom. That doesn't mean this, that, or anything. We could still go lower after I think, because the market doesn't care what I think. And I'm going to try and replicate what I did with Nvidia and just put the lump sum of the money in there and let it work for however long to get my return on investment. Because there's no mistake. If the underlying is good, Yieldmax performed really well, at least the funds I held. I didn't hold ULTY or some of the others, but the funds I held like AMZ, and Nvidia performed really well during the bull market because their underlyings kept going up. I would expect the same thing for Phoebe or Nestle when the market finally finds a bottom and starts going back up. That's just what I'm doing. Please check out the video I did 6 months ago so you can see I'm not just pulling your leg on that. This is Mike, Tactical Stock Scalper, out.